So that was a fun game, wasn't it?
Lethal Company?
Yeah.
It sure was.
There's a reason it's getting all the attention it's getting.
Yeah, we played the other night for what, like 3 rounds? Something like that, and I could have kept playing after we were done.
Oh, for sure.
That was my first time playing.
Mine as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, I think it was
Everyone?
all
of
first
ours.
time
Yeah.
playing. So, and we got it recorded, which everyone out there will be able to see, I think.
And you will have seen, well, if you've watched it, the first episode this past Saturday.
Right.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get it out there quick. Originally, it was like, you know what? Let's see if we could play this, and I was gonna attempt to cut it, and then after we played it, we realized, all right, should be 3 different episodes, and there was kind of some technical things technical hurdles
It's a different kind of cut.
It is, for the fact that it records everyone's audio.
In the game audio.
Right. And then
Yeah.
we also end up recording out of that and syncing things and nesting things. And it might not be that difficult.
So
But
for
it was,
4 people, you'd basically have 8 audio tracks of talking.
Right. And even though you sync something up in the beginning, because even like over the weekend I was screwing around with it, even though I knew I had to do a step that I left out, I was like, at least I should be able to do these few steps. And right away, everything was unsynced. You know, we sync our audio all together, and then after Absro did his thing, within 10 seconds, we were off by 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough to annoy the shit out of you.
You go, what? Right
And
away?
this isn't a problem for most people because they just do their angle, their microphone.
And they're
then-
good, right.
So we could do it that way, but we don't want to do it that way.
No.
Right. But point being, Anthony was like, we were figuring it's like Anthony volunteered himself to edit the first episode. So
Which
At the
means
sacrifice
yeah.
of a grounded.
Yeah, well, yeah, delay grounded a week, and we'll do an episode of Lethal Company.
Yeah.
I think we were all like, yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, and we
I
wanted
wanna
to see that. Yeah,
anyway.
we were excited about it. It's like, okay, yeah, let's get this out sooner rather than later.
I couldn't stop thinking about it, and that was the first thing I wanted to talk about when we got to the office today.
It's like, when are we going to play more?
And it wasn't even that. It was like getting these out. But yeah, I would love to play more. And for those of you out there that haven't played it, I'm sure you've at least heard of it by now. Lethal Company, multiplayer. Graphically, like, not a big deal.
Oh, awful.
Oh, awful, actually. I thought something was wrong. I'm like, all right, so what's going on, guys?
Simon's like, what's, how do you
settings.
change the graphics? I think my settings are wrong. It's like, no, it looks like that. Trust us.
No.
Trust us.
And then even when you go out in the elements, like you go like, oh,
Yeah.
so it's totally okay that 3/4 of the screen is completely blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what a
it's odd.
great time. Like an audio
Treat.
treat.
I tell you, it does VoIP better than I've ever seen in any game.
Yeah.
I love. There's been a couple of other games that do it, but I love that it factors in how far away you are from each other. It factors in your environment. You know, if you're in a canyon, you hear echoing. If you're in a small room,
Yep.
you hear that just kind of like reverb. It's
Super
wonderful.
immersive.
Stuff we kind of do anyway on the
Yeah.
channel. We add that stuff in.
Yeah.
Where most games don't have it, but this game just like, yeah, let's do that.
Got a good pair of headphones. You're in for a treat.
Oh, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
it's-
someone can walk away from you. All of a sudden, you feel isolated.
You do.
Oh yeah, and just that distant trail off is perfect, and you just go like, oh shit, okay,
And
bye
not
bye
to-
Neebs.
Not to mention, if someone's dead, they're
Oh, yeah.
they're out of communication entirely. That could be mid sentence.
Yeah, I think there was an instance on our first playthrough. I was in the ship and a monster starts coming at me.
Oh, it was amazing.
and I had the walkie-talkie,
I
but I
was
just
talking
like
to you
started
via
yelling.
walkie.
Right, just like, oh my god! But I don't think it got all the way out.
no,
But
it didn't.
Yeah.
It was
'Cause I
like a
remember
movie.
hearing you and going, either he was just, I don't know. I heard him. I think he was being killed. I'm not sure of that.
Yeah, I think Apsro's dead now. I'm pretty sure.
It is great.
And I love that once you die, you're able to observe everybody else and
Yeah.
easily bounce around.
It's a gift.
And yeah, it led to some of the best laughs I've had in a long time playing a game.
Yeah, and not everyone listens to this. So, like, I heard you on the walkie die, and then I'm the first one back to the ship in that. And this is kind of spoilers, but for those who listen to the podcast, whatever. And I knew something was at the ship. You know what I mean? After hearing
that's
you
true.
die in the ship, he was our ship boy. So it's like I'm walking back with all those nerves, like,
What's at the
like
ship?
what the fuck killed him in
Yeah.
the ship? Yeah, it changed the game. All that was very
Yeah.
effective.
And I want to see, that's why, you know, to me, it's worth it taking all those extra steps to see all the different angles and to
Yeah.
to do the sound design because, you know, if you're playing the game, you want your voice to sound like you're in the room with the person too.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, because like everyone had interesting things happening in their angle.
Yeah.
So like if we're still alive and you're laughing at something because you're dead, I want to see that too.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Cut to the guy laughing. Like honestly, because some of those conversations are a lot of fun too.
Man, there was one particular instance where I came into the death room, we'll call it, and both Dora and Abstro are just laughing so hard, and here I am, I just died, and I'm somewhat annoyed, and they're just so happy. I'm like, what the fuck are they so fucking happy about?
That's how you hope death is like in real life.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you're absolutely
Like,
right.
what
I'll take
happened?
it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Everyone's just
hey,
cracking
you
up.
made it.
Hey, you idiot! But oh yeah, that I can't wait to see which one was that. Do you know what I'm
we don't want to
talking
spoil
about?
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't want
I
to
already
spoil that one.
spoiled
That's
too
not the
much.
first one. So yeah, that's
All
that's
right,
one coming down the
anyway.
pipe. But yeah, there's some. Like I was crying, I was laughing so hard at what happened. So but, yeah, we
Each
won't
scenario
spoil
is
that.
unique. Like it feels like a fresh.
Yeah.
I'm sure, as you said, you've played it more than the rest of us.
Yeah, I
have, so-
ended up going and playing it with friends this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. It was hard for me to convince them to get it. It's like, guys, you got to try this game. They're like, I don't know. And I think one of my good buddies, he doesn't like scary games,
Okay.
and that game can be scary.
It
but
can be.
something about it like is to me like kind of playful.
Yeah.
It's not like an Amnesia, or it's not like some of these other games that leaned hard into the fear aspect.
Yeah.
It's like even though it's scary, I don't know. It's like it's easier to just not care in that one.
I think there's a big difference of the fear factor when you're within the buildings
Yeah.
versus outside.
True. Yeah.
And now you're in the haunted house versus the the open world kind of a thing. Even though shit happens both places, something was getting me a little bit extra when I was inside.
Still creepier.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
because you feel more trapped. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Claustrophobic.
One thing, I don't know if it's a critique or not, but I just remember, you do die pretty quick.
Oh
when you
yeah.
die.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's instant.
Yeah, most of the time it was instant. I shouldn't be saying pretty quick. Like you just go like, it'd be nice if there was maybe a little bit more of a struggle.
I think in some instances there are. Like I know there are creatures that will grab you and haul you off before they kill you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
That's probably what was happening. I didn't understand.
Like, I'm just now curious if you could still be using your walkie when you get hauled off, if you're still alive,
True. Yeah.
to be saying, I'm getting hauled the fuck off.
Right. Yeah. Don't come in here.
Like, that'd be perfect if it works that way, and I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I love the walkie-talkie design. I love how you have a guy on the ship that can talk, that can see the map
Yeah.
and tell you where like stuff is and scrap is to pick up. Because the core of the game is simple. It's
Yeah.
just land on planet, find stuff, bring it back to ship.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it.
It gets
Yeah.
late. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It gets tougher
Yeah.
after 8 p.m.
Give yourself the gift of insane savings this holiday season with Mint Mobile's best wireless deal of the year. Right now, when you switch to Mint Mobile and buy any 3-month plan, you'll get another 3 months for free. That's 6 months of premium wireless service for the price of 3. And Mint Mobile lets you order and activate from home while saving tons on phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Seriously, I can't think of any better gift than turning an overpriced wireless bill into just $15 a month. Or if you need a new device for a limited time, get 6 months of free service when you buy a select device and plan. And you could use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily and effortlessly with eSIM. Or if you need a new device for a limited time, get 6 months of free service when you buy a select device and plan. So don't miss out. For a limited time, buy any 3-month Mint Mobile plan and get 3 more months for free by going to mintmobile.com/Neebs. That's mintmobile.com/Neebs. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Neebs.
But man, those guys, they are rolling in cash now.
You know they are.
They apparently, at least on Steam, outsold Call of Duty. Wow. Which was pretty amazing.
So it's just,
So what are they going to do now? Are they
Well,
gonna
you would
just
hope it's like
double
Among Us.
down
It's
on
like
that?
now they got something. It's like expand upon it. It's
Right.
like
Keep
it's probably
perfecting it, yeah.
probably a small team that made a ton of money. Just keep adding stuff.
Yeah, why not
New
make
levels,
it look a little
prettier.
better?
Oh,
Like
for
prettier,
sure.
just visually. Actually,
can, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
The style to me, if everything you could see, I get it. It's just a certain style, but I do want to be able to see more.
Yeah,
I'd like to be. It'd be cool if there were threats that you could fight, like smaller threats where you could have.
you can buy a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But are
like-
there threats that they actually work against?
Yeah, you would hope.
You'd hope
If you
that
can-
even the
if you
bigger
can buy a
things.
gun,
You would
yeah.
hope.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The
you
bigger
know there's
ones,
a gun, but
you'd hope it would deter them. A gun, you'd hope.
And you can buy a shovel. See, we only played the three.
Yeah, I don't know what you use the shovel on. Yeah,
I mean, it'd be
we're
great
not.
if you could
yeah.
use that as a something.
Yeah, because there are certain creatures that are smaller creatures that when you read the information about them, is like this creature is pretty skittish if you attack it. So you can at least probably swing a shovel at it. I know
Okay.
you can pick
You
up
can punch,
signs.
right?
I think you can use signs as
Okay.
well as weapons.
There was a punch, even though I don't think I've ever punched a threat. I think I tried to throw punches. Like, what do we do?
No,
What's our weapons? There isn't even
There
a
isn't
punch.
a punch. Yeah, if you hit if you hit one, you dance. If you hit two, you point. I could see how that kind of looks like a punch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yeah.
poke it in the eye.
Yeah, nobody.
No,
there's
but-
got to be a
There's no
punch or a
click. There's
kick.
no click or I guess not.
Yeah, but those guys have two options now. Option one is just expand the game, make it better. Option two is retire because
Right.
they're probably done.
Make
There's
it better.
that. Yeah.
And retiring sucks, man. You
Yeah.
gotta keep on working anyway.
No, you got something awesome there. Just keep making it better.
It is the new Among Us in that
Yes,
regard.
man, I love it when this happens. I love it when just a game pops out that's just under everybody's radar, and then people start playing, and it's like, this is amazing. Everyone's got to try this.
It makes
Yeah.
me think of what AAA entity is going to come around now and try
yeah.
to create something like that with great graphics.
Right.
Just
Right.
copycat it.
Oh yeah, well, Among Us there were 1,000 copycats
For
of that.
sure.
But I really hope more people start using the VoIP. Like I love that. Just having that type of immersive in-game audio.
Love
And,
it.
Imagine that in VR. That game
Yeah, yeah, I could see that working.
for sure.
Yeah. And it seems like in that application, the way it looks, the way the game works, it wouldn't be very difficult to do so.
It'd be a perfect transition.
Yeah, I could
Like,
see
Yeah.
a VR update coming down the pipe.
Absolutely.
Well, like Among Us had a VR update,
Right.
but that translated weird. This seems like
They had to
it's already
because
built
it was
for
top down.
Right, yeah, you
exactly.
can't do that
This
in
is
VR.
this
It's
will
ready
work.
for it.
Would you want to see that in like all the survival games we play, like 7 Days or Ark or whatever?
It just depends on how
You wanna-
playable it is. I
yeah.
think I accept it more in this because there's so much less to do, like with menus wise and stuff like that.
It'd be a good option though. Like you're playing 7 Days, you wonder what you can't hear. You
Oh,
get
you're-
closer.
Yeah. Oh, you're
go
talking
into a
VoIP. I thought you were talking VR.
No, VR. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking VR too, because
Okay.
I'm like, I would want to play 7 Days VR. I think that'd be awesome
Yep.
if we.
I
had
probably
played it.
zoned out and had my own conversation without y'all.
Quite all right.
If you could figure out a way to make the menu system a little bit more interactive.
Yeah, because like in this, the simplicity of it.
Yeah.
As you were using the computer on the ship and stuff like that, you'd be doing that with your real fingers.
Yeah.
Typing in shit likely, and that's all very doable.
Yeah, what would
boys.
7 Days VR look like? The only
People
thing I
have-
could think, you would have to, you'd have to completely overhaul the menu system. It'd have to be a completely new UI.
Couldn't just stay right in front of you like the menus do when you're playing any
It
sort of
can,
game.
and I guess you can shift things around
like
that
to
way.
me,
so.
as long as I know that every time I turn around, just like when I'm, in the menus, going
but if
through
you can
games and
physically
shit,
just grab
go-
it and move it,
yeah, or just use the controller to click and move things.
Yeah,
or
that
whatever.
might work.
You
I'm
know,
the only one that doesn't have a VR headset, but I'm not that. I don't really care about that.
what,
Gotcha.
VR?
I mean, I would want to play VR in like 30-minute increments or maybe an hour.
Well, it takes that.
But
in
I
the
wouldn't want to
beginning.
like, as much as we play 7 Days, I don't think I'd want to play in VR.
I think
Not for that. You know what? I'm kind of with you for that period of time because those headset. I think once the headsets get smaller and a little bit lighter, I would be more inclined to play longer. But these headsets are kind of they're most of them are like big and kind of top heavy.
Yeah.
So it's like and you start sweating in it, and so eventually it's like I don't want to wear that for an hour and a half.
I think that I would, and I don't know, but I think I'd have a better sense of direction when I'm in that type of world. I think I would have a better idea. I don't know, picking landmarks when I'm looking at a flat screen or whatever. Like even when I try to do it, it's
all
hard for
blend
me to
in.
see shit.
Yeah.
It really does all blend in. But
You would have a better sense of space in
like
VR.
I would,
Yeah.
you know. So that's the reason why. But I also wouldn't want to do it for fucking 3 hours, but an
Right.
hour and a half.
So I was looking at what the game changer, I think, for me and a lot of people in the VR realm is the movement. You know, like I think it's a deterrent for some people, like the whole, I forget what they even call it when you do the quick turn option.
And like teleporting forward,
Just
or
the teleport
pushing
shit.
Oh, the
forward.
teleporting
Oh,
thing
that I
sucks.
So
don't
like I've been
no.
looking at these that are starting
Like
to
a
become
treadmill kind of thing?
Yeah, been looking at the ones that are becoming available and looking into them, and they're becoming more affordable. Like the workout that can come
Yeah.
from this, like you're actually running.
And how great would that be? Like someone's just out of shape and they can't keep up, and you're like, all right, we got to leave you.
So these are popping out there. This one's called the Virtuix Omni. I don't know if I just took a screenshot of it when I was looking at some video of it.
Did you get any prices of any of the stuff that's
I didn't
out
look at the
there?
prices yet. No.
Because my guess would be, it's just a total wild guess. I like stupid shit like this. Something like that, if we're to get it on the affordable tip, like right now. Like, I don't know what they were. I would hope
1,000?
that maybe 1,500.
Maybe.
You know, that would be my hope of like what's still
Yeah.
expensive, but you go, all right, but this is kind of like an exercise equipment. Hopefully it's going to, be able to last many years of you doing whatever it is on it. And you go,
Right.
like, okay, that's not,
It's got to be sturdy.
not too bad.
Yeah.
That's not too much money considering you could easily spend $1,500 on a home gym.
Like a treadmill, yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
once you feel comfortable and safe on this and like it transitions over, I'm like,
I got to try one.
Oh, yeah.
Before
You'd
I would
have
buy
to.
one. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like God forbid you set that thing up and then you're like, well, this sucks.
Fucking hate it.
Hey, this is a situation where something like a Gamescom or something like that would really be necessary.
yeah.
Yeah. You go to a
Getting a taste of
convention,
it there.
try
Yeah.
it out.
I played it for a 10-minute free demo. I love it.
And then
You know?
now, like, add in, normally all these headsets have their different controllers for your hands that read your fingers, but like when you bring in, if you're playing like a
prop
modern
gun.
warfare, the prop gun, and now you're in it.
And
Yeah,
all
that-
the straps, the sensors that they have now already, which are like you're feeling the hits, you're doing whatever, and you go like, oh wow,
Jesus.
it's crazy.
It can get,
Yeah, you can make it as crazy as you want.
for sure.
I mean, still, like, stuff like that's cool, but, you're not going to have a lot of game designers designing it specifically for that particular item.
It's just they're tapping it into the existing controls.
Yeah, if they can. But, I mean, that's going to be such a niche thing that, whoever owns that already, you got to have the space. Then, two, you got to have the money to buy something like that.
Yeah.
So that's just, it would be
It's very niche.
I'm gonna see
yeah,
what this
super
costs.
niche.
while
I
you
think
guys-
that's tough. Probably tough for a wider market to adapt.
Oh, big time. VR is hard enough.
Yes.
But
that's getting cheaper.
it is getting cheaper, but
Yeah.
but I still think that there's room for this in the marketplace, as niche as it is.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So, and especially obviously the more people that do jump onto it, then the more money will be put
25.
into making it cheaper.
How much? How much is it?
More? 7?
What was your guess?
My guess was 25 in my head earlier.
Okay. Did anyone else want to guess?
Well, now with the I want to.
this is this one particular one I brought up.
All right.
Virtua by Omni One. Okay.
$4,000 is what that one is.
$3,000.
It's this one's introductory price is $25.95.
Oh, man.
Okay.
That was a pretty good guess,
won.
Neebs.
Yes, you did.
Oh, in it, which the company says, which includes both the treadmill and a Pico VR headset. I've never heard of the Pico.
I
but-
haven't either. So.
It's available for pre-order. That one. I'm not endorsing this product, everyone.
Right,
Just-
yeah.
It's the one I saw.
First
You're
one you
looking at
found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, whatever. There's so many fun ways that people can be exercising, and VR being
I
one
mean,
of them.
Beat Saber already. The
Yeah,
Beat
no,
Saber's
there's so many.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Anthony was on a VR workout for a long time.
Yeah.
He was like doing some sort of shooting game. He was crouching and duck walking, and
Yeah.
he was getting a good workout with it.
Yeah.
You do.
Some of those games are like, what was it one I played? My brain is thinking about Lethal Company right now. This was Rec Room. Have anyone
Yeah.
tried Rec Room?
Everybody
Yeah.
loves Rec Room.
Yeah, but that's the one. Like, there's like this space shooting adventure that you can go on, but you're actually having to crouch to get behind cover. And I love, like, if your friend goes down, you have to give them a high five to revive them.
That's great.
Nice.
It's wonderful. It's so immersive and it's fun. But I mean, it looks like a kid's game. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now VR is just going to get better and better.
And we got into VR because of Lethal Company, or at least the conversation. What a fun game.
So anything else about the game? We're going to have 3 episodes. Everyone here loves it. And it's like, oh, it's got to be serious, So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully you liked it.
So it's up to you. If you like it, we'll do more. If not,
Yeah.
forget it.
And it wasn't, how much was it? Wasn't
$5.
$10.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
$10. $9.99. $10.
$10. You got a couple friends out there.
$10 for
Man.
lots of easy entertainment.
Good headset. You're good to go.
Smart guys, too, at that price point.
It's a great price point.
I saw Jack Frags made a video the other day.
Oh yeah, everyone's jumping on it.
Jack. No, I know, but saying like contender for game of the year. He's loving it that much.
Hey, I went into it a little weary.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times y'all say things are great. Maybe they are, but not for me.
We didn't know. We just
I didn't want to
heard.
stop. Had a great time.
It was unique as fuck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just unique.
I didn't like what was happening, but because I wasn't doing well, but I could appreciate the whole voice proximity thing so much, and it was just like, wow, I was just impressed with it.
Even
first
when you
time
die,
you're
it's fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah,
true.
I think it's what took the fear out of a lot of it. Is like a death is more funny.
There's a
than
reward.
Scared. It's true. It's like you get to die and go in the room with everybody else who's dead, or you get to watch your friends struggle and react to seeing if you're still alive.
Right, and even at the end when you fail, and it's not too much of a spoiler there. It's like you just go like, "What's gonna happen?" The first time when it happened, I'm like, "Oh, I'm laughing at it." It's
Yeah.
like they even kill you good, like in that way.
If you're dead and you're watching your friend try to figure out if they should fly the ship away,
Yeah.
What's going
Or
on
wait.
here? Where are these people?
they're like, well, maybe they're not dead. I'm not sure.
Right, and we're all
I
just
don't
going.
know.
Look at the monitor. Look at the monitor.
Thank you to our sponsor, Rocket Money. And Rocket Money helped me cancel a yearly subscription that I didn't even know I had anymore. One that was over $100, one that, I don't know, I probably had for a couple of years without even knowing. And thanks to Rocket Money, bam, I saved cash. And Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. I could not recommend them enough. They've helped me several times, and I'm sure they will continue to, because there's always stuff that seems to slip by that I don't really know about until it's in my face, thanks to Rocket Money. And with over 5 million users and counting, Rocket Money has helped save its customers an average of $720 a year and $1 billion in total savings so far. So stop wasting your money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Neebs. That's rocketmoney.com/Neebs. What's that? rocketmoney.com/Neebs.
You had a funny story about Daniel from Hishi, didn't you?
Oh God,
You were
yeah.
teaching him how to play?
I played with Daniel and some friends, and I was trying to teach Daniel how to use the ship because he had never used the ship before.
Yeah.
So my other 2 friends, they hop off and they start walking towards the building, and I'm like, all right, Daniel, check this out. So this monitor, you see that white button? Hit that white button. He grabs the lever.
Takes off.
Takes off in the ship.
Left them right away.
It's just so we're taking off, like going back and yelling at the other 2 that got off. It's like, oh, we're taking off. Daniel hit the wrong
Sorry.
button. Sorry.
How does it work though? When I forget. I know that so you're able to land together. That's
No.
it.
No, that's it.
No,
and
so
then you
that-
kill
that-
them, and then
That ends the day.
that ends the day.
Taking off is like, our day is done. We're taking off.
And
No
then they
money.
just spawn. They die. The ones down below, and they
we
spawn
abandoned them, and then they spawned back. But yeah, we lost like
a day.
and if you die, it's like you lose your equipment because we lost
Yeah.
like a walkie-talkie and a couple of flashlights. Like shit.
And you only get 3 days for those of you who hadn't played to achieve your goal, and you've wasted one of them.
Yeah, you
I
basically.
love that Daniel did it.
Yeah.
That makes me
Yeah,
happy.
and when we played, you guys have seen this already. Like we didn't know what to do. We were going back to the company to sell stuff every time. What you're supposed to do is to wait for the last day
Okay.
because I think that's when the company sells it for the most profit.
Did we do that in the day one? Because they've only
I
seen
think
day
so.
one.
We
yeah.
did it all
yeah.
the
Oh yeah.
time.
No. Well, I think we did it in day one for sure. I
Yeah,
don't
we
remember if
thought
did it all the
between
time.
every. Yeah. Bunch of dummies.
We didn't
Hey,
know. Yeah, we didn't know what to do.
You got to
It's
see
the
us
first time.
learn in
That's
real
the
time.
point.
That's part of. That's
Yeah.
part of.
And then you'll get to see us not progress the way we should
Yeah.
as time goes on. It's part of the journey.
It's funny
It's
how
how it
people
works.
look. I don't think I'm that bad at Ark.
I don't think you are.
No, you're probably
everyone
the,
else.
You're
says
probably
that.
the best at Ark out of all of us.
According to our community, I'm the worst Ark player that's ever walked. Well, besides you guys,
Right.
that's walked the earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did like the solo thing on the dumpster.
Yeah.
And some of the comments are like, "How does he not know anything?" I'm
That's-
like, "Anything? I don't know anything. I know I'm not the best,
Right.
but
People are very harsh about, like, I always go through I'll go through the comments, and people are even bashing who I think is smart, like Appsro.
right."
Oh yeah. I still
Or
don't
like
know
whatever,
a
and you
bunch
just
of
go like,
stuff.
"Oh God, they're the ones that make fun of me. I think they're the smart ones." And there's a gaggle of people who are
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck is wrong with him?"
Right.
So I know everyone.
Well, it's interesting. Yeah, it's like even a game. It's like Conan. I it's still a pain in the ass, but I've like started learning my way around the workbenches, all 30,000 of them.
Well, at
Yeah,
least one of
that's-
us have.
Yeah, but like,
That's
there's no
overwhelming.
way. I mean, if you played that game all the time and that was your only game, yes, you would probably be really, really good at it and know it in and out. We play Conan and Grounded and 7 Days and now Lethal Company and all these other games, and we only play them once a week. So it's like we're never gonna get really, really, really good at
No.
a game, and honestly, we don't want to.
Yeah.
We just want to have fun.
Yeah,
I
we
could
just want to have
afford
fun
to
with
get a lot
friends.
better,
Like that's
but
what
yeah.
that's what this is.
If we were in our 20s, we might be able to retain that. Like,
No, I mean I can still
maybe
retain it,
not.
but it's
Like,
just
it's-
we only play it once a week.
Conan should, if you get like a master something bench, it should just erase the other bench.
Man, Conan has too many benches.
And they're so good at so many other things, and you go, that's something you'd think they could fix with an update.
I can see if you had if you really dive into something, you want it to be more complex.
Yeah.
You're like, I've already done everything.
Yeah.
All
and
right,
you're
What else
gonna-
can I do?
You know
Yeah.
what? Let's make it complex. 4 workbenches.
There you go. Perfect.
Let's
4
make it
workbenches
benches does everything.
little bit complex.
I mean, I get what they're doing. Like that game is built way more for PvP and these large tribes, and there's 4 of us.
Hey, I had a
Yeah.
thought the other day.
Yeah.
What if in Ark, you can build walls and stone, wood, thatch,
Oh, I didn't know
whatever.
you could do that.
Yeah. What if they had camouflage stuff you could build?
That'd be dope.
Like you could build a rock around your house,
Yeah, that'd be really
and
cool.
plant trees, and make
Well,
it
build a rock? What do you mean?
like imagine there's a thing you could place that just looked like a rock face, and it would snap to your walls, and boom, it
Like
looks
a
like
hidden key rock.
yeah, like you build up against rocks, but then you can build rocks the same color and kind of hide your house behind something.
This is for PvP, you said.
Yeah.
You started that off.
Yeah.
That to me is brilliant. And obviously, there's got to be tells and the ways for people to be like, all
recognize
right,
it.
yeah.
But you might walk by it if
But
you're not
exactly.
paying attention.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy to walk by. Or
Yeah.
maybe, or whatever. But yeah, that's brilliant. I think that should be implemented
and
in
rock
some
and whatever.
Why not?
Yeah.
Camouflage.
That'd be nice.
Because I know in I don't know if this would hide anything, but in Conan you can place like shrubberies and stuff. Those hedge bushes. I
Yeah.
don't know if you did that in the forest, if your base would be kind of hard to find.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
See, that's something that you'd be able to. In what game?
Conan.
I was saying, with the hedges, yeah, Conan.
Yeah, hedges.
But I was
So-
saying in Ark, it'd be cool if you could hide your base a little better.
If you could build, so you could build plots in Conan and plant those hedges, or can you put those
The hedges you just
anywhere?
place down like a wall, but they look like bushes.
It'd be
But-
nice to be able
but
to-
trim bushes.
It'd be nice to be able to build a whole house that had a whole bunch spiraling around it, so that it was a tree, but there was a doorway you can go inside, and
Secret door.
yeah. Anyway,
Oh
You
wait,
think you could hide your base, Simon?
yeah, a whole
Ark does
bunch of
have-
trees.
Ark has secret doors now, don't they? Where the wall spins.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Secret wall doors.
That's
yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I know Conan does as well.
The Waldor Astoria.
Fancy.
Well,
No, there's always something in games where you're like, man, I wish this was a little bit leaner or different.
Speaking of games,
yeah.
Games.
So this month, this is recorded like 7 days earlier, so maybe it's come out already. But we're hoping to see a trailer for GTA 6.
Yeah.
Rockstar has said they're gonna drop a trailer in December.
Sometime in December.
We're not yet here. We're recording this early.
Yeah,
but
shouldn't talk about it too much.
We're not.
Like
Oh,
the
yeah,
Ark
we don't know.
podcast.
it's true. Yeah. But looking forward to it. Hope it came out.
Oh
then.
man,
You're right.
just with how good Red Dead looked. I mean, God, GTA 6 is gonna look stupid.
How long do you think the trailer's going to be?
If it goes with their other classic trailers, probably I don't know, a minute. Because it is very much like a teaser trailer.
And is it all about the campaign, probably?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're not gonna
Yeah.
do anything about online.
And it's Florida.
So I don't need, it's interesting. It's like all I want to play is a campaign, and Neebs, you could give a shit about the campaign.
Don't care. Yeah.
So then, chances are a lot of it's there's not gonna be any gameplay. You're telling it might all be like just like cutscene shit.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely going to be cutscene shit
All?
and just showing the world. That would be my guess,
Okay.
based on history of what Rockstar usually does.
Okay, good
They'll
guess.
show a couple of images that give you an idea of what the world is, what the setting is, and then the title GTA 6.
Gotcha. Yeah. So no, it makes sense then. Yeah. No actual gameplay. All just
Probably
style of
not.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. All right. Right there is big reveal.
Yeah.
How good is it gonna look?
Oh, it's going to look great.
You know.
It's Rockstar. Good guy.
I know. I think I want to know how good.
Real good.
Man.
Okay.
Real good.
good.
How
That's
long's
it.
it
Real
been?
good.
14 years? Something?
10-ish.
10 years?
Yeah, decade
10
since
years
the last damn GTA.
It's going to be that sit back thing and be like, shit, this looks good.
And I mean, listen, things look good right now, right?
Oh,
Already.
they look absurd. Like,
Things already look absurd. I think what's going to be much more impressive, obviously, is what we can do in the world, because it's already crazy what we could do in the game that's 10 years old. So to what degree are we going to be able to interact inside of that game?
more fidelity,
To what
more
degree
interaction of
are-
like, yeah.
break things breaking up and doing whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe some VR aspects, which would be fucking phenomenal. I mean, I've been hoping. I mean, it's been a while, and VR is obviously, I don't know. That's what I've been hoping for.
Yeah. Neebs, why don't you ever like campaigns in games like that?
It depends on you. Well, here it is for me. I didn't like GTA in the beginning because I don't like the characters. Like everybody's a criminal. It seems
Okay.
like. So I have no character I can get behind, and I don't want to go out. I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, it's just that you don't like the characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there was a
I want a
enough.
character that I like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because I like Titanfall too, like campaigns like that.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you want the good guy character.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yeah.
I get it.
I played
get it.
Battlefront 2, like the original one. I played that game through probably, I don't know, 10 times.
Okay.
And halfway through, you become a bad guy.
Uh-huh. And you
like,
just stop.
Nah, I kept going.
That's
I
all
didn't
good.
like it.
Yeah.
But then you
Like,
come
I
back
wanna
to
do
being a
this.
good guy
I
eventually.
don't think so. Like,
Oh, and you
like
kept on
midway,
going
like
playing
right, like you're. Am I remembering that right? I'm pretty sure.
In what, Battlefront 2?
Yeah, the old one.
Oh, it just made you start playing as the Empire or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been a long time, but that was a great game
Oh yeah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
you
Yeah.
could fly your ship onto somebody else's ship and start attacking, and it was
I
great.
remember watching you play
Yeah.
here.
The first
The
one.
old
one.
Battlefront?
Yeah, I thought you played Battlefront 2 as like a throwback or something, didn't you?
I don't think so.
Played the newer
Man,
Battlefront.
and I would easily forget that too, if he did.
I don't feel like I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But who
I
knows?
dreamt it.
We've got, God, how many videos do we have?
Yeah.
2,000, 3,000 videos?
Yeah.
I got a lot.
Yeah, it gets stupid.
During the holiday season, you know things usually get extra busy, and there's a good chance you'll be looking for delicious, nutritious, and convenient meals to keep you going. And that's just one more reason Factor is here for you. And they are America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, and here to help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door, and you'll save time, you'll eat well, and stay on track with your hectic schedule. And I order Factor myself. I eat Factor every week. And I order for saving time and money, and for eating healthier, because it's either going to be Factor for me half the time, or I'm going to be grabbing something quick and processed. But how they really got me was the taste of their food. It's really good, and I am picky. And they have tons of meals to choose from, like keto, vegan and veggie, calorie smart, and protein plus options every week. And each meal is prepared by chefs and made fresh and never frozen, using the best ingredients and delivered straight to your door. So go ahead, see for yourself. Head to factormeals.com/Neebs50 and use code Neebs50 to get 50% off your first box. You're welcome. That's code Neebs50 at factormeals.com/Neebs50 to get 50% off your first box. Thank you, Factor.
Throwback, a game I never played, since we're talking about gaming, and maybe no one gives a shit. And I don't know if you've ever played this, Abstro, but it popped up all, I guess, remastered on Switch. I was like, this could be something. The Super Mario RPG.
I did see they were remastering it. Yeah.
I was like, it's beloved. I know
Yeah.
that people loved it.
I played it back in the day. I don't think I've ever beat it, but I
Gotcha.
did. I probably played a few hours of it, and I was like, yeah, it's a
Good role-playing
cool.
game, huh?
It's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
Mario.
I played about an hour last night. And,
Nice.
every now and then it's good to throw in for people who like role-playing games. It's like it's not going to be Baldur's Gate complexity.
No, God.
It's the very basic of it, but like, they're smart with things like your attack. When you got your hit points and then you're in a battle. Now you're in the battle screen and you are standing on one side and the enemies are on the other side. Typical old school RPG shit. You know what I'm talking
I
about?
never played them, but you just set these characters
I
to,
like to, you're like,
to
nope.
just kind of
yeah,
shoot.
you attack
right?
with your magic or whatever, and at least in this case, when you're hitting, like if they make you hit the button again, like as you're hitting them to
Yeah,
have
there's like a little
extra
mini game,
damage.
at least in the attack.
Yeah, that
So
kind of
it's-
shit.
It's
So you're a little
slightly
bit
more
more.
engaging than just hit attack.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'd pick up that game. That's a good travel game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just jump back in and run around.
it is definitely a travel game.
How you think the original Mario would be in VR?
What?
You got to run, and
Seeing it first
jump
person?
and hit your head on a thing, and then catch the mushroom,
You'd be great at that game.
And then
I'd
you
be the
gotta-
worst. I can't jump.
jump turtles, and
Man. Yeah,
Bop
I don't
'em,
know about
kick
that.
grab
shell.
them to the pole, slide down.
I had no interest in getting Mario Wonder. I'm sure it's fun. It's the new Mario game.
Yeah. I haven't picked up any Nintendo game in a minute.
Yeah.
My Switch has been kind of ignored ever since Zelda got done.
But it's new Mario, and they don't mess around with those. They've got to have something new and exciting within that formula.
So people don't complain about them going like another
That's
Mario.
the same game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Nintendo's always good at that. They're like, okay, how can we reinvent, or how can we do this one different?
Okay, so
And-
people don't complain then.
Yeah.
And it's a side scroller. It's like the old school from
Yeah,
the
they
side.
don't do like Call of Duty over there at Nintendo where they got to try to churn one out every year. They take their time with their games.
They make them different enough to go. This is okay.
Like, yeah, this justifies the cost. This is a nice new game, and it feels different enough. That's than from the last one. That it
So the
doesn't
new-
feel like a cheap cash grab.
New Call of Duty's not doing too well.
I think it's probably doing fine.
Sales-wise, it's probably doing fine, but it's getting major complaints from people because it feels like a kind of a rush product, from what I understand. If Anthony were here, he'd tell you way more than I can.
He
Oh, I'm
would.
sure.
But apparently, the campaign came out, and the campaign in these games are usually 7 hours long, and then this one is like 3.
Oh,
So it's like already paying way more. It's like $70 for this game, and for a
That's
3-hour
crazy.
It
campaign.
really is a lot.
And again, you'd have to ask Anthony. He follows the Call of Duty franchise more than I care to.
Because what is different from one to one? It's your environment, right?
well, yeah, that's
I mean,
an
they
obvious
all.
difference.
I mean,
Yeah.
and the story.
Usually you want a graphical upgrade,
But
But the big selling point with these now is the multiplayer.
yeah.
And I guess I don't know what they updated about the multiplayer because I don't like battle royales.
And I do.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's different. I mean, if anything, maybe they're getting more complicated in ways. And
They cut down the sound effects, like in Lethal Company.
yeah, get that VoIP rocking.
But that actually would be neat in a first-person shooter game like that.
But I mean, it doesn't make sense because you're all tapped in via your headsets.
Yeah, but
like
you
in
could
Modern
choose-
Warfare.
I mean, but
Right. It makes sense in Battlefield 1.
but like, what about your
Battlefield 1?
Battlefield 1
yeah,
would
yeah,
be
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, but what about your squad? Your squad's all on radios. The other squad, when you're close to them, you hear them yelling over there.
Yeah, being able
Oh,
to
like if you
hear
hear the enemy.
yeah, being able
Enemies
to hear
or-
the enemy talk would be pretty
Yeah,
cool.
enemies or people on your team that aren't in your squad,
Yeah.
like blueberries.
Can you hear the enemy in this? I don't know. Listen,
would
I'm
be
not-
great.
But then it's like BattleBit. They kind of have something similar too, and everybody talks in that game.
Yeah.
It's like you hear your squad, and then you also hear like the 20 people on your team. And I think if you kill an enemy or you get killed, you hear the enemy for like a short
yeah.
period of time.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Just
very
bitching at
cool.
you.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly.
I'd rather hear him than see him. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you can see him when Battlefield, you get to be like, oh, okay, yeah, but
Cocaine.
no, I want to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I
It's
like
probably
that feature.
Very rude a lot
Yeah.
of times.
That is a fun feature in BattleBit. Like, yeah, you kill a guy, and then you just hear bullshit.
Yeah, it's usually that. Yeah, boom. Yeah. Butt hurt.
No,
Cam.
you know what? That game is it's mostly very friendly in my experience.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's not. I think because those characters look so playful
I think
anyway, I think
you're
it's more of
absolutely
like of a sandboxy. It's
Yeah.
like you have less, Call of Duty attracts a lot of like tryhards and just,
Yeah.
I don't know, military bros. But something about BattleBit just feels playful.
It's playful
That's
and it kind
cool.
of trickles out that way.
Yeah. Like, you kill you kill somebody and like I've had plenty of times I kill him and you hear like, "Oh, he got me." Like stuff like that, where it's just like, "Oh,
Right.
he's having fun."
Yeah.
Like not too many people get pissed off.
That's fun. They're not talking trash about your mom and other stuff like
I
that.
feel like it's kind of
Oh.
akin to when we first started the channel and we thought it was funny to say one of our goals was world peace, but then that eventually allowed us to get the coolest fucking community on YouTube,
Yeah. Well, we're all great people too. It's
true.
And we
We're
attract
pretty
other
awesome.
great people.
Good. I wasn't sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
But BattleBit the movie
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
out.
That's right.
My goodness.
Battlefield the movie.
Yeah,
Battlebit Friends the movie.
Battlebit Friends the movie.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we took some old Battlefield Friends episode. Well, I guess here's how it kind of happened. This kid Joe, he was making these things and uploading them to like Reddit. And
Made
I
like
guess,
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah,
And then we
and-
saw them. We're like, wow, these are great.
Yeah, they were fun to watch.
So they were good enough. We reached out to him. It was like, hey, let's commission you. We commissioned him to do a bunch of them, and then like we'll string them all together as like a big thing.
Yeah. So we found the ones because Joe plays a lot of BattleBit.
Yeah,
So we're like, he's like, well, these make sense in BattleBit,
right.
So why don't we do the ones that kind of relate to both games,
Yeah,
and then we'll do them. And then we're like, can you make the eyes move? The eyes didn't move in the beginning, so we kind of found a way that he could go back and start adding a little bit of blinks and eye movement and stuff like that.
But he's acting out each character
yeah.
in this
His process,
physically.
yeah,
which
his
is
process is
crazy.
neat. So
I mean, great.
he has the audio from our episodes, and then he'll fire up a program in Steam. I forgot what it's called, but it basically allows him to record motion capture, and it's just like pretty much waist up. So it's just headset and I guess controllers or whatever.
Yeah.
But he'll go through the episodes. He'll record the motion for each character, and then I think he brings them into Blender.
Something.
Yeah.
Right.
But he brings it all in, and then he applies it to the characters. So he's able to animate the characters, quote unquote, pretty quickly
Yeah.
because it all is just mocap.
So
And
all
he
that
lays-
acting.
But
you
he's a
see
good
is-
actor. Like that's
is.
what made those when we first saw those episodes. I'm like, he's playing these characters very well, and it
Yeah.
is all just motion.
Like I was surprised when you go. Oh, I just assumed it was him and at least a couple of his buddies for lack of for ease.
Just him.
And I'm like, oh shit, he's
Yeah.
doing it all himself.
He's the of the day, the Anthony. Who was the mocap?
Are you talking about Andy Serkis?
He's the
Yeah.
Andy Circus of the day.
He's
That's
our own personal
Right.
Gollum.
Yeah.
and,
he's the
and
best.
King Kong, of course.
Yeah.
It's
He's-
not for King-
Was he King Kong too?
Well, he did King
Yeah.
Kong and the Planet of the Apes, the
wow.
main one.
Yeah. Oh, Joe is like has been very well known apparently in the
Beat Saber world.
community. Yeah.
Oh.
He's been making custom Beat Saber maps for like years.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah, and then just decided, I guess, to do dumb BattleBit Friends episodes.
What
Yeah.
an idiot.
And so
Wow.
when we started talking about, I bet people on our channel would like these. We're like, do we do the shorts or do we string them together?
It's like, string them together.
And
I love the string.
I think they look great together.
Yeah,
think
those
they- Yeah.
transitions you showed us earlier. were
Yeah.
Very nice.
I mean, that's the thing. The transition and the music in between, that together, it really makes you go like, "Oh wow, that was
Yeah. I think
It
people
works.
do
that was
get-
meant to be."
Yeah. The intro is great, but you get tired of it after
Oh, for sure.
if you're watching 17 episodes.
Oh yeah,
get tired of it.
String
Oh,
them all
yeah.
together, make it a one long movie. Like that's fun. I'm curious to see what the reaction to it is because I mean we're recording this into November,
Yeah.
and it comes out. It comes out in a couple days from when we're recording this.
Yeah.
How long total?
It's about 45 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great little movie.
And it tells a story, a real story.
It tells a story that surprisingly works. You go like, "Wow,
Yeah. I
that
think
all works as a story."
I made that up. I don't
It
know
does,
if that's
though.
true. Oh,
Well, that was something I was like, because Joe sent me the individual episodes and I pieced them together and I'm like, which order? So actually, they're not in order of which they were made.
all right.
I was trying to make them make sense a little bit.
Yeah.
Because like there's one where I reference where Simon's like, "Hey, it's me." I'm like, "Who?" Like you were in my squad last episode. So I put the one where they're together before that. So that kind of rolled together.
Sure.
Then there was like a teabagging thing that kind of went to another teabagging thing. So I don't know if it's the best, but I think it works pretty well.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. That's
That's
gonna
dope.
be fun.
Which makes me think of another. Speaking of things being strung together, because we look at numbers and analytics and what kind of videos do whatever, and Duralius, that really is been well received, or at least a lot of people are watching it.
Yeah, for something that's been out for a long time.
Yeah, and it's so much better when you do have that stuff cut out. It makes it so much easier to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to watch a playlist anymore. We could probably delete the playlist on the channel. Just I go watch it here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's easier to find if you're looking for a certain, like you really want to see
Yeah,
the
that's true.
troll
Yeah, if you
bridge
wanna,
or
yeah.
something.
Like, oh, yeah, or just figure out the order.
Yeah. It does have chapters on it, but sometimes they might not be the same name. So, but yeah, check out Duralius if you haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's a good song. How long was that again?
Duralius?
5.5 hours.
Yeah, probably.
Jeez. God, we made
Isn't
a
that
lot
nuts?
of Duralius. God damn.
That is crazy.
And we watched not to go up, but like as far as long, because it's a good comparison. Finally saw Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've
The
not
3
seen
hour
it yet.
panic attack.
3 hours of. I
do you
mean,
think?
great movie. Fucking
I
great.
need to see it.
Performance wise and everything, like, and you can tell that Chris Nolan knows the subject matter he's dealing with, and needs the scenes to move. Being a 3 hour thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't feel the drag.
Did you see
No.
it, Absro?
Yeah, I saw it in theater.
You liked it?
Yeah, I did.
Any issues with sound or anything?
No, I did.
Okay.
'Cause I talk about that in like Conan episodes.
If any movie has a weird sound, he don't like the whole movie.
Well, it's just the music in this was just so like overbearing in some parts,
And
which
on
I
the-
get. It's like it might have been Nolan's way of just moving the scene forward.
Subject
At
matter.
home, it didn't bother me. It didn't
Yeah,
throw me
But
at
again,
all. It felt-
IMAX, and I have sensitive ears. I don't like going to concerts. I'm a sensitive eared pussy boy.
That'll. You know what? That'll do it. Yeah.
So
if you're
yeah,
not
being in
like,
an IMAX and just hearing gum gum gum.
IMAX will
gum,
do it.
gum, gum,
I
gum,
have
gum.
no doubt.
While characters are talking, I was just like, oh my god, tone it down a little bit.
It was a pretty fascinating movie, though. Not going into it.
No,
more,
it's great.
but, like,
A great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see Napoleon. I know that's out now.
Yeah, check that.
I'm
shit
interested in that. Yeah.
Yeah, a little
Actually,
historical
there's a bunch of
movie.
movies I want to see. Argyle, The Fall Guy.
out. Yeah. Oh yeah, Fall Guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks fun.
Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's playing the Fall
It's
Guy?
is it? It's not right.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Is it Jake Gyllenhaal?
I get some of those guys
I
mixed
don't
up.
know.
Dude,
I
I don't know. I genuinely love that song. 'Cause I'm just Ken. If anyone
still haven't
anywhere
seen
else,
Barbie.
I'd be a 10.
You'll love it.
Do you not know this song?
I haven't seen
Holy
Barbie.
shit, man! I could sing this song.
That wasn't Gyllenhaal though.
Oh, you see,
Yeah, that was
Jake
Ryan.
Gyllenhaal.
That was Ryan Gosling.
Maybe
God,
it's
I'm
Ryan
getting
Gosling
them
in Fall
completely
Guy.
mixed up in my brain. I
Whatever,
apologize.
white dude,
I apologize.
Let's
See,
find
another
out.
Chiseled white.
handsome white man.
They all look the same.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Barbie. You will.
I know.
love
I
it.
want to. It's on my list.
I
I,
mean-
did.
Killed
I
it.
did finally watch the second Spider-Verse movie.
Okay.
Fucking amazing.
Okay. Good to know.
Amazing.
Bam. I'm gonna jump on that.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the animation
one
in
was
that
amazing.
is so good.
I mean, I okay. My opinion on it is I liked it, but I liked the first one better by a good bit.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. But not to say it was bad. But I also only watched it once, and shit sometimes goes over my head.
All right.
man,
All right.
I loved it. Just the visuals in that.
The
Good
visuals
Lord.
are great. They are great.
Good
Okay.
story, good characters, good visuals. Got it all.
I think seeing the first time seeing those visuals really made a crazy impression to me of like, oh my god, I
It
love the
was-
story
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that style.
Yeah, it was unique when it hit.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I know, but who did I say? Jake
is-
Gyllenhaal?
Oh, he's Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was right
Yeah.
about relating it to the I Am Ken. So I think at
Yep.
some point he did say the right thing because I jumped to that.
I think I said the wrong name first.
There you go.
Okay, well we'll see.
So
'cause
it went
I
off rails at
recorded
some
it.
point.
Anyway.
But I love him
Blunt,
now
too.
because of Barbie. I am now a very big fan.
Really? I've always
of
liked
him.
Gosling.
I thought
I never disliked him, but I've never was like a yeah, like I got
Okay.
a little man crush on him now.
Okay, gotcha.
You
All
know,
right.
and there's a song that is super catchy.
Yeah,
And
I have
whoever
heard that
wrote
song.
tune
I'm
was-
just Ken. Yeah.
Super catchy tune, and he nails it. It's such a campy, perfectly.
It was perfect.
Yeah,
When's Barbie 2 coming out?
Oh man, you know.
man.
you think? It's got to be.
How not?
But she's in. But the thing is, spoilers. Sorry, but
Don't
she enters.
spoil it.
Don't spoil it.
I ain't
I haven't
watched it
seen
yet.
it.
You stop it.
I wonder if they'll do an Oppenheimer too.
Oppenheimer 2.
Yeah, Oppenheimer 2 and Barbie 2. Same weekend.
Yeah, dude.
Barbenheimer 2, let's do it. Let's go, Hollywood.
Well, that was it. Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
They were talking
Yeah,
about
it
that.
was a thing
Yeah.
for sure.
Barbenheimer.
That's why we come back to it.
You're right. I do want to see that really very much. And it would be nice to watch that and then rinse it off with a nice, Barbie.
Rinse it off with Barbie.
Yeah.
That is
True,
the
yeah,
that's the way
yeah.
to go.
I think that's what a lot of people do because
Chaser.
Oppenheimer is
It
a
is a
very
chaser.
serious movie.
Oh yeah.
It's got that. There's not a lot of laughs going on in Oppenheimer.
No, it'd be nice if the guy who was playing Oppenheimer, he looks like he's fucking half in the grave, too.
Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, at least give me. No, don't get me wrong. But he is. You know what I'm talking about. It looks like he's been dead for about 3
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, he's
You know,
in the movie or
Super drawn in face.
Well, because that's how the real
that's
guy
him.
looks like.
Probably, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying that doesn't help on the depressing factor. And I'm also just trying to be funny.
fair
If he
enough.
looked as cute and smiled like the
Mike
Guardians
Gyllenhaal.
of the Galaxy or
Yeah. Some Gosling up
Yeah.
his
Jake
bitch.
Jake Gyllenhaal
Gyllenhaal
should've
or
played him.
Ryan Gosling.
Chris Pratt is Oppenheimer.
Exactly.
Tell
I
you
would
what.
like it more. Same subject matter.
Robert Downey Jr. in that.
Oh yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah, he's good. I mean, he's
he's
just a
in that.
natural
he
actor.
is.
He's
and
great.
it was like,
he's
it was
great.
It was nice to see him kind of take on a different.
Yeah, not Iron Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
for a
nice to
little
see
while.
him not Iron Man.
Yeah, it's true.
Which we have seen obviously before, but like
It's been a minute. He was Iron Man for a good 15,
Decade?
10
More.
years.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
And I heard it worked
Yeah.
out pretty well for him.
Yeah,
did okay
I
with
bet.
that.
I bet. I'm not worried about Mr. Downey Jr.
He's one of the few people that I actually I saw in town. I know you work with him on 3 or whatever, but one of the
No, I
few
didn't meet him.
actors. Oh, you did?
He wasn't on set when I was there.
I was going down. It was a hardware store or whatever it is. That I guess they were shooting in. I don't know, somewhere, but like right by Oleander and like downtown.
He wasn't in a
or whatever.
hardware store, was he?
They were shooting there,
Okay.
but he was outside. So I'm driving by, and they go, "Oh, there's Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr."
He makes enough money not to have to buy a hammer.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
curious.
he's
I'm
good.
sure they want to go into a hardware store, but do famous people do they really just do the glasses and the hat and not get noticed?
Well, there's a lot of people who just walk around and not try to hide themselves.
Who was
you
it?
know?
It was a
Probably
famous
less common.
picture, like famous. It was pretty fascinating, but like, I think it was fucking just brain farting though. But the lead singer of Rolling Stones,
Oh, Mick Jagger.
Jagger, in Charlotte, at a bar.
Yeah.
You saw that picture?
I saw that. He was
Like
actually
hanging
hanging
outside
out.
outside a bar, like out in this like outside area.
All
and
right.
Nobody.
Recognized him?
Right.
Yeah, there was a story. I think there was something about the bartender inside, and I think that there was a shared pic somewhere of him inside. But yeah, he was just hanging out for a while, and she was just like,
Look at
"Oh,
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger
Man.
just hanging out in
Isn't
Charlotte."
that nuts?
It's
And
he probably loves it.
Oh,
'Cause
I
he
would
probably had
imagine.
years and years of getting
Yeah.
recognized no matter where the fuck he went. And now
That's
it's
not right
calmed
though, because
down.
he's still crazy famous.
And
Yeah, I
he's-
think
He is.
no, I think
but he might look
is.
old enough now. I don't know where.
But he
he's
always looks like Mick Jagger.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
gonna look up the story.
If he was
Because it
walking
did make the
outside,
news.
And I'll
Someone's
tell you
gonna
what.
recognize
Well, I mean, someone recognized him enough to take the picture, and it made the news.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean for sure. Yeah, I don't know how
Look at Mick Jagger hanging out. In
adjusted that
fucking
was
bar.
and stuff like that. But they did just drop, along with Dolly Parton's new album, which I don't like. Well, I think it's overproduced and whatever.
Fuck you, Dolly.
No, she's wonderful. But the Stones just dropped a new album in the last month or two. Mm-hmm. And I was genuinely curious and started listening to, if you go on like iTunes, you can get little samples of all the songs. Like I didn't buy it or anything. I was like, fuck.
You like it?
Pretty good. Sounds really good. Yeah, it was like, it didn't sound like the dreaded old band that had their heyday
Yeah.
trying to, I think their style of rock and roll is timeless and they're not trying to reinvent the wheel. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a metal band, like they want to sound like the new metal in
Like
certain
Metallica's
cases
done
and-
several times.
you know, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or they
And
didn't do like a whole album with the flute.
They didn't do an Andre 3000.
I heard Andre did a flute album.
He did.
What? Just a
With no rapping on it whatsoever. He's just been obsessed with the flute for years. And after, I don't remember, 17 years of not,
Okay.
I don't remember how many years for him not having an album. He comes out with,
The flute album.
yeah.
So what's the name
All right.
of them two together? I forget.
Who?
I was thinking about Andre
Outkast?
3000.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Outcast? Oh fuck. Okay, sorry. No, I'm getting bands mixed up. I was trying to introduce.
picture.
There you go. I need to introduce, and I was trying to think of it because I was recently on my way to go see a concert, and we've been doing a lot of music, sharing music, and I
Yeah.
could not think, because I wanted to have her listen to some
She'd like
Outkast, but I
Outkast.
couldn't think of the band. Anyway, yeah, on October or September 30th or whatever it was, I found that Mick Jagger, I guess, shared a
Yeah.
picture of himself in front of
The Thirsty Beaver.
the Thirsty Beaver, just drinking a beer,
Saloon.
hanging outside.
Hell yeah, man.
And I would like, if
Enjoy
you were a
it.
big fan, you were inside that night.
you
and you're
imagine?
Like, what?
I just
Mick, he was.
either,
Mick, what are you doing
something's
here?
not right.
I know.
Either he knew everyone in that bar, or it was like super late.
It might be completely contrived.
Dude, he is old, and there are
Man,
a lot of people.
If you saw Dolly Parton, you would
You
know
know
who she
what?
was.
Well, if Dolly was just dressed normal and didn't have her hair all done, because he's wearing a baseball cap, wearing regular clothes.
Yeah, he
I
looks
would
like a
think
dude.
that I would think.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
Doors.
knocked over his
Just knocked
microphone.
Kicking
over my-
mics over
All right,
there.
yeah.
Just tripped on the mic.
Don't worry, I'll only leave a little bit of it in and let
Leave it
down.
all. People love that.
But you know, I get it. But if everyone in that bar is like under 40, it's easy to not know
maybe.
Mick Jagger.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, if you're younger.
Maybe under 30, under
Yeah.
40.
That's,
you know,
that's probably what's going on. It's like, yeah,
That's
the
it,
old
too.
people are at home asleep.
Right.
The young crowd's out. And they're just like, oh, look at this old dude hanging out here with us.
Well, I hope that's the case.
it'd be weird if because
hope so, too.
He was somebody that, and who knows if it was real, but like even 20 years ago, I remember him being known as one of the, you know, like one of the first type elitist type lead singers that'd be like, nobody can look at me. You know, you've heard celebrity stories of like, have you
Yeah,
ever heard
yeah.
of that? Like, for some reason, Mick Jagger, in my memory, from when I was, 30 years ago, I remember hearing stories about that. Whether
Sometimes
it's
those could
true
be
or not, I
bullshit,
don't
but
know.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's why this to me seems awkward. Is because I've had this preconceived notion of him being the snob, and this is the most unsnobby thing to do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go and hang out in a pub.
You might have
Take a
friends there.
picture of me, So again, I know nothing.
I know, it's like some of that stuff is like, wait, what was the band? Was it Motley Crue that was known for the they wanted just a bowl full of brown M&Ms?
Yeah, they had something particular like that back in the day. It
Yeah.
was the whichever color.
And it sounded like, we're so big, we're gonna put, on our
Just to
on
do
our
it.
list. It's like, we want a green room and we want a bowl full of nothing but
Yeah.
brown M&Ms or whatever.
Right.
some shit like
A lot
that.
of celebrities have.
Oh,
Yeah,
when
but
we
that-
were working on Black Knight. Do
Yeah.
you remember Martin
was
Lawrence's
known-
thing?
No, what was
Well, he
it?
don't want people looking at him either. Do
Well,
they?
it was
Oh,
that,
curious.
but he had in his contract that he had to have a basketball court laid
Oh yeah.
outside of his trailer.
Yeah.
Like a
So he
certain
could play
size.
basketball?
That was
Jesus.
one. That was a particular one of those.
That's not crazy though.
It's not crazy.
Like if you're gonna be,
put down some cement and
uprooted from your home. and
Yeah.
Living in a trailer or.
you're gonna be
Yeah.
on this movie for a month
If it
or
helps
two.
you relax to shoot hoops, I get it.
Yeah. But the M&M thing, that it turned out the reason the band did that is because when they handed a venue a big checklist, they had
were
something they had something crazy in there
To see.
and that was their way of knowing that the venue went through the whole list.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's kind of clever. But it became known as this legend of like, oh, they're so big they can ask for anything they want.
Because M&M's, that's dumb. Because they all taste the same.
Yeah.
If it was like Starburst, or
Skittles.
something
Oh, that's
like that,
different.
That's
Yeah.
very different.
Yeah,
or
especially
Runts.
back. Yeah.
I want to circle back. You guys brought up the hardware store earlier, and it made me think. Over Thanksgiving, my brother-in-law was talking about this app he uses called Handy. Have you guys heard of this?
I think I've heard of the app, but I don't know what the fuck it does.
It's basically ordering a handyman like Uber style.
Oh really?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Then I have heard of it.
Yeah, so you're at home. It's like, oh, something's
Wow.
wrong with my plumbing. You get on the app. I need a plumber. One will just like, I'll take the job. I'm on the way.
That's great.
That
I
is
love it.
phenomenal.
I love it.
Until the first
Makes me-
murder happens.
Well, you know what? No,
they're
they,
rated.
I
They're
know,
rated.
you know?
They
That's
have
how it
the
always
jump
starts.
through
It's like Uber drivers.
hoops. Yeah,
Just kidding. I
but,
played
yeah, no,
devil's advocate. and-
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, they
they're-
said that about
See,
yeah.
this is
everything.
what's going to happen though. The plumber's going to come, do a good job, then
Come back.
stalk them.
Yeah.
You'll never know why she was murdered 3 months later.
Yeah.
Well, they will have a record of
They'll have
them
record.
coming to their house.
Oh,
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
but what
he's
are
on
the
the
odds?
list.
So did other people.
And then
But
the
also-
movie Handyman comes out
Yeah.
in 20.
But also regular plumbers kind of
With Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt as Handyman.
No, that's brilliant. It's a perfectly simple concept that everyone can get, and yeah, you get and now those people are like always going to do a good job because they
You would
need
hope.
to get rated. Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. They need to get rated well.
Yeah,
That's
they're
the
not
thing.
gonna show up and like do something shitty.
Yeah, but there are also some Uber drivers, if you're going to compare them, where I go like, oh my God, you're driving in this vehicle with people for money?
Yeah.
Like sometimes like the stains and the crazy shit, like I'll have dog hair and crazy stains in some back seats where I'm just going, did somebody's car break down and
The
you just had
worst-
to grab something?
The worst vehicle I've had in a while was an actual like taxi company. Just smelled like
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
just
they can,
smelled like
oof.
drugs and piss, and it was just gross.
Yeah,
I think it was
vomit,
Thick and
yeah.
I one time. We got picked up in L.A. by an Uber driver, and the lady had her 2 kids with her,
Really?
just in the in the 2 front, like it was a van, and the 2
Yeah.
kids were in the middle seat in their chair, in their like booster seats or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, "Y'all just hop in the back."
You go,
Okay.
this is
Man.
This
illegal.
is like, this feels weird.
Yeah.
But we got to where we were going. It was no big deal. But I just thought it was funny. I was like, you bring in your kids on your Uber.
I had a maiden
Adventure.
voyage with my vehicle on the way back from Emerald Isle Thanksgiving evening. And I did, for the first time ever, 100% did the autopilot.
100% the whole
Yeah, I
way.
did
The whole
full
trip.
Well, okay, so I stopped it when I was a little over halfway. I was like on between Jacksonville and Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
And I stopped it because, I don't know, something annoyed me. I just wanted to tick back over. But the first 45 minutes or so, 50 minutes,
Pretty
hey,
smooth.
Yeah.
Like turns, like lots of turns and
yep,
everything?
all the signals, all the things, the speed of which it stopped. And it felt very human. It feels like it's come a
Interesting.
long way.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of neat. Like, obviously, I'm paying attention. My hands were on the wheel doing the whole thing. But yeah, I had it set to aggressive.
Aggressive.
As far as how it, I know it's a
I didn't know
Aggressive
this.
style.
I didn't know this was a setting we could change.
It's got 3 settings, like, you know,
One
you
of
might,
them's itchy, which
Yeah.
is weird. You're like, what the fuck's itchy?
And then there's road rage.
but I felt
Right.
like aggressive would be like more like I would drive normally, so it's not gonna like fucking make my skin crawl
Right.
by it being a robot.
Your
Right,
car's
why aren't
honking at
you-
people and stuff.
Yeah, fucking some finger comes out, you know, like an arm,
Yeah.
you know, give it to somebody.
It's riding people's asses.
But yeah, aggressive. Yeah, you'd think it'd be like, all right, when it's changing lanes, you go, this is good.
Yeah,
it doesn't
you
have
don't
to.
wanna
It's not
be
going to make
that-
people weird if
yeah,
you're
this is-
sneaking
Yeah.
in.
what the fuck is this person doing?
Yeah.
Kind of a shit.
Yeah.
They have annoying, like where they gas it even though there's clearly a stoplight right in front of them and cars already stopped. You're
Right,
like,
they'll-
why are you accelerating right now? You
Yeah,
just want the
that-
brake. You're gonna
yeah.
brake harder now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It
then
went
like
pretty
your car's checking its phone when the light turns green
Yeah,
and the
that-
cars are already going.
good. Man.
That's a good setting
Yeah,
too.
add human.
you serious? Let's go.
Oblivious with phone setting. They're specific. They're yeah.
Yeah, turn on the don't use your blinkers
Right.
Yeah.
Somewhat
Right.
that
to
option,
adjust to
yeah,
the
yeah.
south or something.
exactly.
That was all right.
Oh, you had
So
to go
that-
through
yeah.
Jacksonville. What an armpit.
Oh, I know. No, I feel the
That
funk every
sounds
time
just
I
so
drive
neat to
by.
me.
I had some guests over the other day, and one lived in Jacksonville. I was like, "You like it?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I'm like, "What?"
What? I've never heard that.
never heard
from
anyone say they
anybody.
like
What?
living in
No,
Jacksonville.
nobody does.
North
What
Carolina.
they say
Sick.
about it.
They
then.
just liked it.
Was he a barber?
No, wasn't
Worked
a
at a
barber.
strip- he owned a strip club.
Yeah,
Didn't-
strip
didn't
club.
sell cars.
Did he, yeah. He
Pawn
didn't sell
Star?
tires.
No, didn't work at a pawn shop.
He works at a storage place. Sells
But
cars.
hey, that's great.
Oh shit! I saw a storage place not too long ago, and the front row of mini storages on the building had little, I guess, panels you could open on the side, and it looked like you could sell things out of them.
Like in 7 Days to Die.
No,
No,
no.
No.
Is
I mean,
that-
I know what you're
happens?
saying with that.
yeah, it was like a mini storage, but the mini storage is up front. It almost had like a little vendor area.
well, like a person, not like
Yeah.
a vending machine.
Yeah.
So
like a
lemonade
kiosk.
stand, here I come.
Right, but I'm wondering if like some people are getting these mini storages, and then up front it's like, okay, I go to yard sales, I buy shit, and then I can go to my mini storage, and then on Sundays I can open my
sell
little
the
shop.
shit.
Where was this mini storage place?
I saw it online.
Because a lot of them are behind gates.
Yeah.
Like you got to activate a
Well,
gate.
yeah, but so there would have to be a particular time, like
Oh.
you show up on Sunday, and they open the gates, and everybody comes
an
in.
auction.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's strange to me.
yeah.
It
Because
is-
some people
it
are
is
like, I don't want
strange.
people in here with my stuff, that are just storing stuff.
Because I live here.
Yeah.
I don't want
Some
people.
some
Some
have,
people do, yeah.
they do their band practice. Is
Yeah.
that still a thing? They probably cracked down on that.
I would imagine. Yeah. it
Used
depends
to.
where.
You probably heard this because we used to work out at Screen Gym Studios a lot, and right next to it was an old storage place.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd hear like bands out there just
Yeah.
in their little storage room, just
Practice.
Going
practicing, going nuts with it.
Not good for sound.
No, that's a problem, and you can't do anything about it because
No.
they're on their property.
Just like the airplanes flying over.
Yeah.
They're directly across the street as well.
It's a strange place.
And
to
that's
go
a
for
new-
theater
And it's been sold.
or movie screen.
Yeah.
yeah. Screen Gems is sold to Screen something.
I don't know who they are, but I hope it's
Silver.
good for the town.
I don't know.
Oh man.
It's a shame though. It's just been.
Is it a
Screen-
shame?
Huh?
Oh no, I just didn't know it was a shame.
I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
you're
either.
used to it being Screen Gems forever, and you hate
Yeah.
to see it go.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, yeah, if it could keep the name.
Yeah, I wonder
and
if they get
be
some
successful.
new movies in town.
We will.
Yeah, it's so odd. It's like, I mean, these big sound stages, you wonder if that's going to be a thing of the past in 20 years, just because being able to generate so many things like on your phone. I mean, yeah, it's like, are you really going to need all this space?
Well,
Yeah.
you still need like the Mandalorian still needs space to build that big
Yeah.
screen they use and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't
We
know.
shall see.
Yeah, there's a lot of space for making movies that, you don't need that much anymore. But
Not as much as you'd think that everything should be getting smaller because you want it to be more efficient. Because if it's more efficient and smaller, it's also cheaper. People like saving money overall. If you don't need to rent 6 giant hangars,
right.
it's gonna save you a lot
Yeah,
of money.
You can rent one hangar with the Mandalorian LED screen in it,
Right.
and like, oh, that's our sets.
This
Yeah,
is it.
Mr.
All of
Beast.
our
Got it.
sets. Yeah, because
We
that's
got
what,
it.
that's what it would be when you go on these movies, these shows, when you work on them and sets. Like, yeah, you got 3 or 4 different stages just for one show.
I don't see them going away.
I don't need
I mean,
that.
I think
Not for a
people
while.
might need less because of that technology, but
Yeah.
you still want to build certain sets.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like houses, Netflix. Yeah, I mean, yeah, God, all these. Like, I wonder, like, how long before these streaming services collapses? Because, like, first it was Netflix, and now there's a billion of them. Like that's not sustainable.
It's so weird now.
There's going to be, like, half of them are going to have to collapse, and they're going to have to consolidate.
Just last night, trying to watch Monday Night Football after I left Bobby's Bar. I came home at halftime to watch the second half of the game, and I was like, okay, this is on ABC, which I don't have, or ESPN, which I didn't have, and YouTube TV. And YouTube TV underneath it is like, it came up, and I did like this trial, which lasted like 20 minutes, which is also batshit crazy.
20-minute
free trial was
trial.
like 20 minutes. Like, well, we know how images work. Like, what are you showing me that's
Yeah, in 20 minutes, how are you letting me feel how to navigate this?
so? But
Yeah.
underneath, it was like close to $80 a month or something. It was like really high, but it
Damn,
had
YouTube?
all these channels underneath that helm. So it's like the war of the. It's like who's going to be the parent platform?
Yeah.
But the way my brother, who investigates everything ad nauseum and does whatever, he swears by YouTube TV
Okay.
absolutely being the best option for all of the things,
I didn't
especially
know
for
it was
someone.
that entailed.
He's like, I don't, he's like, I got a couple little things, but he's like, they do all the shit for me. He could split up screens. He could
Yeah.
watch 4 different football games at once. And he's like, they give me the
I had
option.
no
they
idea.
know
Oh,
what I
wow.
like and they choose it for me. And I'm like, oh.
That's
I
pretty
didn't
neat.
know.
Yeah, I've never watched, I'm not into sports, so I can't, like.
And not just sports. The fact that they have the sports in there, but it was all these other channels that cover everything. It's like they
lot.
are like the new. They're trying to become the new cable.
They kind of are too, because everything's recording too. Like they absolutely capture everything that you want them to. Like I've not been a DVR person for a decade, but there are people out there like, oh, I save this, and it does it all for you. It's like the
Oh,
ultimate.
that's pretty cool. I didn't
Yeah.
know they were
Yeah.
doing
That's
that.
why it's
all wrapped
80
up
some
in this shit.
a month.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, because home at Thanksgiving, my dad has Spectrum, and he was like, Spectrum's getting rid of cable. I was like, what? So I guess Spectrum's getting out of the cable
They're
business.
just.
I guess they're just done. Yeah, they're just going like, well, we're just internet.
Well, maybe they can make good internet now.
No, never. But yeah, I was like, I don't have cable, so I don't know how true this is. But it's from what he was telling me, it looks like they're just getting out of the cable game
Yeah,
completely.
no one has cable.
Well, we should.
Right, which is why they're getting out.
Right.
It's like we can't sell this shit anymore. Nobody wants it.
Maybe we should try to get on cable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be good. Just on the way out. We'll
Yeah.
be like, hey, Neebs Gaming, coming to
Hail Mary.
cable.
We're
Try
on
to make a
cable.
little bit of scratch on it,
Yeah.
Anyway, well, listen.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us babble.
Yep, we'll see you guys on cable.